Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing on this fine morning? This is the JVS Vocational Voiceover. I'm your host, Torry Burks, and I am here with my lovely co-host,
Sydney Cunningham,
Peyton Marsh,
and Annabelle Morgan.
I know it's been a while since we last time we did a podcast. We've been busy, man. We've been doing everything around the JVS, recruitment video, 8th grade tours, BPA.
Cameras.
We also, cameras.
Yeah. Cameras. Switch to me. We got new cameras.
Hi.
Look at that. We got new angles. This took forever to set up, by the way.
And Torry dropped
Forever.
Oh yeah.
What?
We didn't
dropped
no,
the
we don't
camera?
talk about it.
Ow,
We don't
I
talk
hit my
about
hand.
it.
We don't talk
That
about
one
it.
specifically?
Okay, well, it's been okay. Y'all, first of all, hold on, wait a minute now. Y'all didn't help me at all.
I helped. Well,
I'm
not with
short.
setting up the camera.
I am
but
5'2".
That wasn't my job.
I did not want
The
to
ladder
climb
was like
the
what,
ladder.
7 feet?
Ladders are scary. Okay, you were very high up.
I had dust all in my eyes.
We gave you a mask.
Ooh.
And I held
And
the ladder
gloves.
for you. Thank you.
No, you didn't.
I did too.
I
like
did.
twice.
Oh, wow.
I did.
And I did when you
I
weren't
was in
there.
the other room editing.
Yeah.
Peyton didn't try.
Well, I was setting up the cameras in the first place. I had to wait forever for the switcher, for the cameras. I did my job. Y'all had to do yours.
I had to put an entire HDMI cord through the entire ceiling with no assistance.
We were there for emotional support.
Yeah.
Emotional support. Don't. Stop.
I got you the mask and the gloves.
No.
And
I'm
I
like a little
sat up here with
assistant.
you because I'm nice.
Yeah, okay.
But we have the cameras now, and I'm very excited about it. With the cameras comes kind of a new member on our podcast staff, I guess you would call it. We have Landon Long working on the switcher.
Yeah.
So you might see the editing, well, not editing, it's live switching. The switching style is a bit different. It's because we're all getting used to this. So it's going to take a while to get used to, but so far, from what I've seen, Landon's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Landon, switch to Torry. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, no, that's a perfect example of that.
Obviously, this is his first time working on
To be
the
fair,
equipment. Got to
if
get used to it.
if you're gonna watch the second episode of the LaRue podcast that he does, I did the switching there, and it's also pretty bad. So it's taking used to, but with this new equipment, editing should be much easier. I could do a lot more stuff while editing instead of just switching angles, because beforehand I had to switch angle after angle after angle. Now I can add more stuff add an effect here. Add an effect to Annabelle.
Okay.
Perfect.
Sorry.
I have more time to do stuff like that, so it should be more exciting. And that's technical wise, but besides that, we've done a whole lot in these last 2 months.
Yeah. Especially BPA.
Yeah.
LL, Pammy. Yeah. I told you.
He was already on you.
If you go if you go back to episode 1, what did I say?
More of the juniors into BPA. If any of the
yeah,
juniors
I
are
do
watching
too.
this, do BPA.
Yeah.
Do it
right now.
It's the best thing.
Oh, we're coming back. We're coming back. I said we going back to states, baby. First place.
And we did. We got
First place. I told you. I
First
told
place.
you.
Oh,
Praise
just
the
to
Lord.
mention,
Oh.
Annabelle's also a part of our
Oh,
team now.
yeah.
She
Hi,
wasn't
I'm
last
here.
year, but we're so glad we took her in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took her in, and then she got us a really good interview,
I
and
did.
then we got first place. And we actually did the proper thing this time
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
putting the promo as a separate file. We lost a lot of points for not putting the promo as a separate file.
That promo killed us last year, yo. That destroyed us.
But yeah, now we're going back, and then hopefully we do a better job for the state one, and so we can go to Cali.
And Annabelle, this is your first time coming to states.
I know. I'm really nervous.
Oh,
Be
don't be.
nervous.
I'm like low-key shaking in my boots about it, but it's okay.
Columbus
You
was
should be
fun.
fine.
I feel like
Even
gonna
if
be
we
a
don't
great time.
even if we don't do well, we're gonna have a blast because
Columbus was dope.
it's fun.
I love Columbus, yo.
It's really really fun.
Seems like a cool place.
It's especially the hotel that they normally stay at, if it's the same hotel, which it should be.
It is.
Okay,
It's in the
nice.
same area.
Oh god, yeah, no, it's really dope. Unless someone shuts the elevator door on you and you have to walk 10 flights of stairs. Someone shut the elevator door on me.
Yeah, no, last year
Went
we had a
upstairs.
really bad experience because we were, what floor
with
were we
just
on?
like just like the certain school there that just decided to like bring all their kids to shut elevator doors on me.
No, the elevators just didn't work half the time because people kept shutting the doors. So we would have to walk down all of the stairs until floor 3 where there were escalators.
They should.
And
It's
oh
probably
my
a
gosh.
safety thing, but they should turn off the elevator doors when a bunch of high schoolers are there.
When this happened?
High schoolers are mean. This happened like so it's like the day we bought a bunch of stuff. That day I bought the $100 game.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I bought also dice with it, and I forgot the dice down there. And so I was like, oh, I should probably go down there before we go to like bowling or wherever we're going. And so I went down there, and the elevator wasn't working. So I walked down the flights of stairs, and I was tired. And so I went to the thing, couldn't find my dice. I was like, oh, well, that sucks. So I go back to go to the elevator, and I'm trying to walk through, and the door opens and there's a bunch of people there. I was like, oh, hey. And then immediately the door shuts and they laugh in my face. I'm like, okay, thanks.
How rude.
I hate other high
mean.
schoolers. They're so mean.
Nerd. Oh, that's funny.
No, I remember you coming back up fully exhausted. We're all waiting on
Oh,
you.
yeah. And then I had to walk up the stairs. I forgot about that part.
I didn't know what I was doing. I was asleep or something,
No, you're probably in the room, like Camden, like asleep or playing Jackbox or something.
Yeah.
and I was not fake sleeping. I don't know why he put that in the video.
Were you actually sleeping?
I was gone.
Oh,
It was
okay.
because it was him and Harley, and they were in the room doing something on a GoPro, and I was knocked out. And they panned me. It was like fake sleeping. I was not.
I
fake
do
sleeping.
remember Camden being like, as soon as I turned on the Camden, Torry jumped on the bed and pretended to start
I was
sleeping.
asleep.
He was
It
sleeping.
might have been after we did the presentation.
Maybe.
It
no,
was.
it?
Yeah, it
Or was
was.
it-
Because it was before we went bowling.
It was after the presentation. Oh, that happened on presentation day. That makes me
Yeah.
so mad. I was already like super nervous, and they're like, you know what? This kid not getting on this elevator.
He's not
Facts. That's the
allowed
thing,
in
Annabelle.
here.
Because if you do the presentation, that's around like 2:00. Then the rest of the day we get to just chill.
We might go bowling again.
And we might
Maybe.
do something.
The
Food.
bowling looked really weird though. It was
No,
like-
no, no.
It
It
was
was
like-
fun. It was fun.
They get stuck a lot. We did duck
Oh
pin
my
bowling,
gosh.
which is when the pins are like connected to the strings.
Yeah, yeah.
And so when you knock them down, they immediately go up. So there's not a bunch of stuff, and it's like cheaper.
Oh, that was so
Oh.
annoying.
And I think there's like food there, but did we get any food? I don't
No,
remember.
it was just a bunch of.
Oh, it had pinball
Sprites.
machines too.
I got it.
Just a bunch of Sprite and pinball.
I got a
I think
Sprite.
I had like a Dr. Pepper or
I
Coke.
cannot
I don't
have
do Sprite.
You always do Dr. Pepper.
Of course I do. Why do I have the hiccups? But it was fun. It's definitely really fun. You're gonna enjoy your time.
I
Unless
can't
we do
wait.
something
It's gonna be a good
else.
time.
I'm so
But
excited.
still, you're still gonna enjoy your time. We also get a bunch of food. You're gonna have Dirty Franks for the first time.
I know.
Yeah, Dirty
I'm
Franks
so
is gonna be
excited
lit.
about that. Oh,
If
can't
anyone
wait.
watched the first season of the podcast, they're
We
gonna
talked a
they're
lot
gonna get a
about hot
lot of
dogs.
these references, which is funny to think about. But yeah, no, it's definitely fun. You're gonna enjoy
Yeah,
your time.
I'm really
Even if we
excited
don't
about
do
it.
that well, you're still gonna have fun for the 3 days
right,
we're there.
right.
Also, our junior podcast team made it.
Yeah,
I'm
we have
so
4 more
proud of
people.
Oh
them.
snap! Yeah, shout out to the juniors.
Woo.
You guys rock. Woot.
It's very cool because last year we were juniors and we made it, and they made it as juniors this time, doing what we're doing right now, podcasting, which is really cool.
And they got a whole nother year, man.
Exactly.
They could do it again, and I'm
They
like,
could probably get to nationals if they made it to states this year with their podcast. Making it to national, they may make it this year. Thinking
Oh,
about it,
oh,
they just
man.
have to full send it.
They're
We
really
have to full
good.
send it.
Oh yeah, I listened to it. I was amazed. It was good.
Because Jaren's a fun dude to talk to, and he's on
Jared
that
is
team.
a fun dude to talk to.
Jaren is like, not sure if I should say this because there's a lot of juniors that consider me their favorite senior. My favorite junior, I think, is Jaren.
I hate to break this to you, Peyton, but Torry's his favorite senior.
Oh, okay. Well, no, that makes sense because they're vibe matches.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying that, like,
shout out to Jaren.
personally, I think he's pretty cool.
Peyton, okay, I talked to Matt before, and I was like, "Who's your favorite senior?" And he said you. And then I talked to him the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, you're like my favorite senior."
Aw.
I'm like, "Okay."
I'm not anybody's
nice.
favorite.
'Cause I
and
don't, like-
It's fine.
I don't know why they immediately gravitated like towards me because I didn't talk to them a whole
I
bunch.
know.
I talk to them now, And I think that's why they're like, maybe not him.
Like they were like, oh, he's cool, he's quiet, maybe he's my favorite. And then
I
as soon
wasn't,
as we
because I
start
just spend
talking
all
to
day
them,
editing.
it's just Peyton sitting in the corner like, oh, okay.
Because like I'm not like a very vocal person.
Yeah.
And so whenever people come to me and they're vocal, I get scared and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
That's why I like Jaren, because Jaren's very quiet too, but he's like very talkative.
Oh yeah. Once you get to know him, he'll talk your head off. But it's great. I love it.
But he still has those blatantly like. It's just real bland. Like you're like
Me or Jaren? Because if it's me,
No.
kind of I understand, but
like if I was like, oh, I got into college. Oh, okay, cool.
oh yeah,
neat.
I do that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just real bland. Like no excitement.
No. Both
oh,
you
that's
and
awesome.
him
That's
do
cool,
that.
I'm
dude.
excited, but the problem is my excitement is like, oh, that's awesome. That's my excitement because I'm not like very like expertly excited.
I told you I got into the college I wanted to go to, and you were like, "Oh, okay, cool."
No, I
And I'm
swear,
like,
I
okay,
swear, I
Peyton.
said, okay, cool, because that is cool. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm
But-
proud of you as well. Okay. Thanks.
Like a lot of that, I just say like as like very minor, like, what's the word?
I don't
Very
know.
minor words, essentially, where it's just like, okay, cool,
You just want to say it so fast
because it's cool.
Get it out of the way.
The problem is that I have my word hierarchy different than other people. Cool and neat are like two of my highest praises.
Neat makes me so mad.
Yeah,
Oh,
you say
neat.
that. You used to yell at me for saying, "Oh, cool." Like
Did I?
no express. Yeah, you used to yell at me for having no expression.
You might have, you know what? That might have rubbed off on me.
Oh my gosh.
I might have just picked
I'm
that
the
up.
reason you do
and
that.
then now people are yelling at me because I do it.
I mean, you yelled at me, and now you do it, and I'm like, stop
Everyone-
being hypocritical, Peyton.
Listen, I just didn't realize that was happening. Apparently, like last year, that like thing you do where you go, okay.
Yeah, no.
Gone fully towards
I was
me.
like, oh,
and I just haven't realized it.
And then
'Cause I
you're
didn't
like,
do this
Sydney,
last
why
year,
are
I
you
don't
so
think.
not expressive? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
I would never tell you guys I'm getting married. Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
would,
Oh, cool.
I would be very excited for you.
Thank
I
you.
would be excited.
I would
I would
throw
be
you a
excited,
party.
but
Oh,
I
God.
just wouldn't like. I don't know the words.
I would
for
not
it.
call. I would not call. I would call none of you guys.
I'm going to go on your Facebook or whatever you use and go, oh, cool. Like, on
You
purpose
better
now.
not. You better
He
not
just like
comment
changes
nothing.
his relationship status,
No.
and you could see it, and just like,
Sweet dude.
cool.
Blocked.
You're the only
Blocked.
one who like comments on it too. Cool.
Sweet man.
I'm blocking all y'all. Don't contact me, dude.
But what else have we done? Oh, technically we haven't talked about it. Cincinnati BPA.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had a
We
great
talked about
time.
it. We talked about it on the podcast, but we didn't go yet, and it was a lot.
Oh yeah.
There's this part in the podcast where I mentioned a restaurant called Mad Mike's, and we talked about it as if it was a big restaurant.
It wasn't.
We go the second day, I believe. Or no,
No,
it was
it
the
was
first
the
day.
first day.
We went that
first
night.
day.
We went that night.
just got there.
And we
got
were like,
food.
oh, I'm so hungry. We just had this 4-hour trip.
Yeah.
And we go, and it takes a while to drive there. And we're like, man, this place is kind of far away. And we're like, come across this sign, Mad Mike's, and we look up to this building, and it's a fast food restaurant. And I go, oh, God.
As soon as we saw the drive-through, bro, we were like, "Oh no!"
And we're in this tour bus, this entire tour
And
bus
he-
filled with like 15 kids, I think. And we're like, oh no, we're about to walk into this fast food restaurant with like 15 kids.
Before we came in, LaRue was like, "I'm never letting you pick a restaurant ever again."
Because we personally picked it out. He was like, where do you guys want to eat? And we're like, oh, we found this Mad Mike. It looks like it has good burgers. And he was like, okay. And so he calls them beforehand. He's like, hey, we're going to be coming in with like 15 kids just to warn you. And they're like, what? And he's like, well, we're coming in with like 15 students. He's like, okay. Like they were shocked and we're like, huh, that's a weird reaction. And LaRue, before we got there, was like, hey, this might be a fast food place. I was like, no, it can't be a fast food place. This has got a whole menu. It was a fast food place.
But was it a good burger? It was a good
It was
burger.
a fantastic
It was a
burger.
It was a good burger.
That's
It
the
was
problem
amazing.
is that it was like amazing food. We go in there like expecting it to be like a bad fast food restaurant. It's really good.
I mean, sure, the atmosphere was a little dull.
Yeah, the
but-
lady who was at the register, you could tell that she was stressed out. Like, she saw us and started panicking.
They like I think I heard them like say multiple times that they were running out of ingredients. And I was like, "Oh god, what did we do?" But the food was really good. Their burger is very high tier.
Yeah.
Just to note, all Peyton eats is burgers.
I don't
He
only
is-
eat burgers, but
No,
when I go
No.
to a
You-
restaurant, I
You're-
eat burgers.
You specifically get burgers.
It's nothing on it.
Plain.
Because I don't want like I like stuff on my burgers. I just never get it because it's too much to
here
be
we go.
like I don't. I'm gonna shorten this down so I don't have to edit another rant
God.
because the 4th episode I went on this long Marvel rant that I forgot about.
25
And then I was
minutes
Like, oh my god,
later.
what are you talking about? But I just don't like getting the extra stuff because sometimes they mess it up if you ask too specific. So if you ask very wide specific of nothing on it, then they won't mess up because they still mess up, but they won't get anything on it. And that's my reasoning, is because it's kind of easier.
Well, if you only want specific things on it, you just, like, for example, pickle and ketchup. You just say that you want only pickle and ketchup.
But they might put lettuce on it because they don't care.
You could get that literally any time. They can mess
You
it
could
up
pick
whether you
lettuce
get
off.
stuff
That's
or
what I'm
lettuce
talking
doesn't
about.
have flavor. It tastes like water. You could just...
But the problem is that, like, I feel like they would mess up more because if they mess up, like, if I go to Taco Bell and I order, like, a beef, like, something, it's some beef, and then they give me chicken instead, I get upset because this is the 50th time they've done this. But whenever I order something less specific where it can't be confused for chicken, I get what I want. So if I just go for the, like, non-specific thing, that I normally get my things. And it's not messed up as often. There's a % ratio for this.
There was a burger place I went to in Myrtle Beach last summer, and it's like a buffet, but you buy your burger and you can get any toppings. So Peyton, you would love that place. You
Oh,
get
yeah.
literally any toppings, and it was like a really wide variety. It's not like normal
fair.
burger toppings.
Be
You
good.
would love that place so
I don't
much.
trust buffets, but I like the concept of it.
Well, no, it's not buffet. It's just burgers and then a toppings bar.
Well, that's okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
I
essentially
mean, that's still,
a buffet.
still kind of a buffet if you're
Well-
grabbing stuff off a table.
Right.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I think
that's
it would
kind
be
of-
cool to have, like, a buffet or something like that here so that we could, like, if we had burgers, we could just
Oh, no.
grab whatever we wanted.
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Mm-mm.
But we got like 8 Wendy's, so basically all we got.
You're just basic, man. Like, it's really just the explanation, just basic.
I am only basic when it comes to food. Everything else about me is very Peyton.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
Yeah. That's how I describe you to people. You're just
Yeah.
Peyton.
Is that how you describe me to the one like interview like person?
Yeah.
For BPA,
Yeah.
we had to get an interview with her brother.
Keep talking.
I,
Why'd you
I was
stop?
waiting for her to say something.
You
Oh,
guys
yeah, it was with my
awkward.
brother. He's cool. They met his
we
girlfriend.
met.
Oh, we met-
We met like 17 years ago.
Yeah. They all met him and his girlfriend, and so JC is his girlfriend's name, and she got them all confused. First of all, she thought it was just a big group of girls, and Torry and Peyton were switched.
Do I look like a Peyton?
I don't think so.
I mean,
What do you
no,
mean you mean?
No. I was trying to, like, imagine it. No. You
If I was
I
walking
like
down
how
the street,
offended you are at having my name.
You think
Right.
I'm Peyton? I could never be that.
if I was walking down the street, y'all be like, he looked like a Peyton. Me?
No.
I wouldn't
No.
think that. I don't think anyone of a Peyton. I think I'm the only Peyton.
Peyton,
So
you're
when
the
I
only
hear
Peyton
another
I know.
Peyton, there's another Peyton in this school, and
There
every
is?
time,
Yeah.
he's friends with like Landon. Speaking of which,
Oh.
and every time they talk about him, I'm like, "Are you guys talking about me?" And they're like, "No, we're talking about the other Peyton in the school." I was like, "Oh, my bad."
I
Oh.
get like that with other Annabelles because, I rarely meet another Annabelle. And then yesterday when I was in training, I went through like a peer leadership training. It was really cool. Somebody at the school was talking about Annabelle, and I was like, oh, I'm your friend? And they were like, no, another Annabelle. Okay. Didn't hurt my feelings.
It didn't work.
Third sound effect we've ever used, and it didn't work.
You have to
You have to turn up the thing.
try again, Torry. Try again, Torry.
That one's for
There
you.
we go.
It don't hit. It don't hit though.
Yeah, it was.
It don't hit because y'all know now.
We're having a lot of weird
Why-
technical.
why would you- why would you turn it down?
Now you can't even use them anymore.
I don't want to use it no more. I literally failed.
You did that noise should have been for you.
It was.
Cincinnati BP was also fun because we got to talk to the juniors a lot
Yeah,
more.
it was
Yeah.
like
A lot of what we've been doing is just talking to juniors. It's a
Yeah.
lot. Sorry, I just want to say this real quick. It's cool being able to actually look at the camera and talk directly to people. It's kind of neat. But besides that, we were able to talk to juniors a lot, and a lot of them are really funny. I like them.
we were finally able to connect with them like they did last year.
Yeah, it's dope. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I feel like BPA is like a place where you could just like bond with like people you're grouping with.
Yeah.
It's dope. So
Yeah,
dope.
because
I mean,
we kind of.
That's why I'm excited the juniors made it this year.
Yeah,
Me
no,
too.
I remember last year when we formed our first group, I kind of just looked at you guys,
Oh,
and we
yeah.
all just had an understanding that we were
Camden-
gonna be together.
I have a confession,
Camden kind of
guys.
forced us to like come together, which I thought was funny.
I really wanted to be a part of your guys' group last
Aw.
year, but I was so like shy and antisocial that I didn't ask.
And
And,
also
I came
weren't
home
there.
and I cried to my mom about it. I was like, I want to be a part of the group so
Oh
bad.
my
And then, like, I
God,
didn't-
Annabelle!
nah,
I'm so
no.
sorry.
Yeah, because I was going through a crisis. I was sitting there in my head. I was like, I'm gonna ask them, and I was like, nope. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I just never did.
I'm so sorry. That's awful.
It's on me because I was like, oh, they're gonna hate me. They're gonna think I'm
no,
weird.
of course not.
Okay, well, Peyton, that's a scary dude to talk to if you don't know.
Why am
if you don't know who that is.
I have bright
sat
pink
next
hair.
to him.
I am
social,
not a threat.
I'm a social person.
You weren't
I can-
social towards
I-
me.
I can talk to anybody.
You were not social towards me. Okay. At the beginning of the year last year, I sat with Torry because Sydney left the lunch, and Torry didn't talk to me at all. Didn't even look at me.
You didn't talk to any of us.
Yeah, but we were at lunch. You could have like opened up the opportunity since you're a social butterfly. You could be like, hey, hey, how are you?
First of all, I didn't talk to nobody. Okay, I was, trying to figure my stuff out as well. You know what I'm saying? So don't just, put me on the spot like that. I'm trying to, figure myself out. I was alone at lunch too. You know what I'm saying?
I sat with you. I sat with
When?
you at the beginning of the year, and then you moved over to I think it was Dakota.
So you
Damien.
left her.
No,
yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah,
No,
by myself.
we were at- no,
you
we were
left
at-
me too, and you didn't talk
Oh
to me
no
either.
no no! I left and
Was
then
I
I
the
sat
only one that
alone.
didn't left? I know.
You didn't
I
have
was
lunch
in
with
the
us.
same- I was in the
Because-
same class as you, and I don't think you're like always on the other side, and I was
Yeah.
on the. I
Peyton,
was in the
I
half.
moved to your lunch. We didn't talk to each other. We didn't sit together
talked a
until
bunch.
the No,
Oh.
until the seniors last year. We're like,
Oh,
why
yeah.
don't you guys sit together?
Well, 'cause I didn't
And then
know you were there.
Because we were on the opposite sides of their table.
We're like on the opposite sides, and I was always on my phone, and so I just didn't see anyone else. I barely knew. I only sat there because I knew the seniors were kind of there.
Yeah.
So if like I had to like talk to them about anything, I would be like, all right, well then I'll just talk to them at lunch.
Yeah.
And then I didn't realize you were on the opposite side, and Camden was like, "You guys know you like right across from each other." I was like, "Oh, hi."
And then you moved over, and then we still didn't talk for a while. And then Camden was
I think
like,
we talked
why
a
don't you
bit
guys
because the
talk?
seniors kept talking to us, so we had
Yeah.
to both talk.
And then we became friends finally.
Yeah. I think the route how it went was I think me and Sydney became friends, also like through the lighting thing. And then eventually I think we asked Torry to be part of BPA. And I think that's how we started talking to Torry more. And then I realized, Torry, I already know you.
Yeah.
And then I think more this year we became friends with you. But we also
Yeah.
talked to you a lot during BPA regionals of last year.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
we were like, you're really
I didn't.
cool.
Yeah, I was nervous the whole
I'm
time.
just
Why
saying,
did we
I-
talk to her
I
more
didn't.
after if we talked to her during region?
Because
I
she
don't-
wasn't, she left.
I
She
don't-
wasn't in school.
Yeah, she.
Don't blame her.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming her.
yeah,
I'm
to
just
be
saying,
fair,
I'm
you were
just
gone.
saying
I
that's
was.
A lot of the
okay.
time.
circumstances.
Yes, that is true.
So I'm like,
I'm here now.
Yeah,
but-
exactly. And that's what. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're buds.
Yeah.
who came up with the broadcast news idea?
I think it was me and Sydney. I think we were like, hey, what do you want to do? And I was like, I think we are like trying to find something video editing wise to do. And we're like, well, we could do the podcast. That sounds easy. And I was like, well, we'd have to compete with the seniors.
Yeah,
or I think
right.
it was Sydney. And I was like, someone.
Yeah,
But
and then
I think we're just like, well, broadcast production looks fun.
No, I remember talking to Torry, and he's like, "Oh, I could be a news anchor." And
Yeah,
so
I
I
think-
kind of just made the group decision, like, "Oh,
I
we'll
think
just
we
do
definitely
that.
wanted to do something with video. And then we nailed it because we made it the States. So, you know.
Back to back, baby. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay, I'll just back to back, baby.
Just always assume you're on, and if you're not, then we'll
We'll figure
fix
it
it.
out.
I think we'll try to.
It's his first time. I'm just,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
just clarifying.
Don't blame him too much. He's having fun.
I'm not
Good.
blaming him. I'm not blaming him. You good, man?
Sorry, I looked over and he looks
He's just
kind of sad.
I think we need a Landon cam.
So sad.
That would be really
we're
funny.
gonna need a Landon cam
We
at
need a
some
Landon
point
cam.
just to see what
Landon,
he's
would you want a
doing.
camera? You're part of it now, baby. Welcome.
Just give him like one of those small little lavalier mics. Cut him
Yeah.
in sometimes.
Yeah.
We might also the same way we switch staff, like here, like where the last couple episodes, like Torry and Annabelle weren't here. We might also switch him a bit if he's not here. So
Oh, okay.
you know,
Yep. We need like a little Landon cam, and like he could have his own like little lower third.
if it's just like
It's just
He does
like,
need, yeah, he
it's
does
just
need a
like
lower third.
a very uncomfortable angle. It's like
Yeah.
above his head,
Landon cam. Yeah.
just like very close, like super low quality. I think that'd be funny.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like a little camera that goes on top of the
we
monitor,
could
just
do the
stares at his
desktop
forehead.
computer that's
yeah,
over there.
yeah. Just, oh yeah, Landon cam time. Just shoot him over there.
But yeah, no, I'm having a lot of fun with this setup. I'm gonna be
This is-
honest.
It's
Uh-huh.
great.
It's like the most fun I've had with a podcast in a bit.
I
Is-
love this setup.
this setup's fun.
yeah,
Top tier.
it's easier.
It's
faster
also
to set
easier
up,
to talk
too.
about stuff that we've done instead of just like predetermined things.
Yeah.
What else have we done? We know we did BPA Cincinnati. There's another thing that we had to talk about. I think.
Tours.
Sophomore
Tours.
Tours.
Tours is fun, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was definitely fun. But the problem is that like after your 5th tour, it's like, wow, I am tired of talking at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
I had
'Cause
to
you say
keep
the
drinking
same
water.
Thing constantly, especially for like 8th grade tours. They're
Yeah,
constantly
that was specifically,
coming in
yeah, 8th
all
grade tours.
day.
8th grade, I had a lot more
So
fun
bad.
sophomore tours. 8th
Yeah.
grade tours was kind of a cycle, and it was like, ooh, I am tired of talking right now because they come in so fast. I have a lot of
Yeah.
fun with it. Come to the JVS, come tour for
There
it.
were like 15 groups every single 10 minutes. They would switch out,
Yeah,
and then we didn't get lunch until like really late.
yeah. Well, I had lunch earlier because I got cold lunch, and so I got to eat beforehand.
Whoa.
But
No.
Peyton, your pepperoni sandwiches do not count.
it
as a lunch.
counts. It's good. It's good food. I've been having hot lunch a lot more.
Really?
Yes, because I
good.
had money, and I was like, might as well.
Well, we're having pizza today.
I don't think I have
but-
money
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh,
Oh, speaking
Yeah,
of which, hey
pizza.
guys. So today's lunch, we're actually having French bread pizza, Italian salad, a fruit cup, and if that's not your cup of tea, you can have a taco salad or a popcorn chicken salad, which is delicious.
I'm gonna get pizza.
Honestly, I don't really like the the flatbread pizzas that much.
Which
but
I mean, is it like a
Like
flatbread? Like
the little boats, I think.
boats?
It's
Like
not the
the-
boats. It is the boats.
I know what you're talking about, but yeah,
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't like 'em.
it's the texture.
bread
What
heels?
boats?
The boat.
Like the bread heels?
Yeah, like a baguette. It looks like an end of a baguette that was like cut in half.
Yeah, like a
yeah.
like a bread heel.
Yeah.
Of like pizza.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called. That's why I'm saying it repeatedly.
I
What?
thi-
Yeah.
well, did I say flatbread? It says French bread on the menu.
Yeah, it's like a half baguette. Cut
Yeah.
like a little piece.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
don't
don't
like
really,
those?
I don't really like those. I have to dip it in excessive amounts of ranch.
Just get like a giant amount of ranch. Just dip the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah, every tiny little bite has to have like a big glob of ranch. It's like a side of pizza.
Do you just not like
with
the
my
bread?
ranch. The texture, because like the sauce melts into the bread and like the bread gets mushy and you're like, ugh. You know?
Yeah. A reason I don't like rice. One of the reasons.
It's
Rice is-
because it soaks
Oh,
up
oh,
flavor.
Here we go.
I just
I
want to let
know.
everybody know
What is
no,
it?
no, no,
that
no.
This-
Sydney
no,
eats
no.
sushi, but she only eats the innards of sushi. So she's not eating sushi. She's eating fish and vegetables.
Yeah.
That was really loud.
Yeah, no, a lot of the time I kind of just peel it so it's like a little seaweed.
That was the
wrap.
wrong sound. I didn't mean to press that. I wanted the, I wanted the boom, but I messed
Yeah, you
up.
gotta get used to it.
Sydney hates rice.
man. I
And
really
I don't
just
know why.
Don't like rice.
What was
I
the thing
don't
you were
eat
saying
rice.
where it like that it
I
soaks
mean,
up stuff?
No. The texture's just weird. It's grainy. I don't really.
Oh, if
like
it's a
that.
texture
well,
thing,
it's
then
a
whatever.
grain. Rice is a grain.
It's like a stupid little filler. That's why I don't eat it. It's
But you like lentil soup. Isn't
I
lentils
do.
the same
Wait.
as
no
rice?
lentils are beans.
It's not really a filler if it's like part of the like chicken noodle soup. That's like the main part of the soup.
I don't eat soup really. I like
First
lentil
of all,
soup. I like
there's
broccoli
rice
cheddar
in your
soup,
chicken
and
noodle
that's it.
soup.
That's
Why do
still
you?
soup. That's two soups. That's
Yeah.
still a lot of soup.
I'd like 2 soups out of all the soup.
And I like 2 soups out of all the soup. That doesn't change
I like
anything.
a lot of soup.
Annabelle just likes soup.
I do like soup. Besides tomato soup, do not give me tomato soup.
I'm fine
No.
with tomato soup. Mainly
It's
because
like warm
I have
ketchup.
grilled cheese with it.
Well, yeah, I'll dip my grilled cheese in it, but if there's no more grilled cheese, no more soup for me.
It's just
I mean,
a dip.
fair enough because
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
just empty. But like, if you want like a good bland soup, use tomato soup.
No,
Why not?
because it's not good. It's warm ketchup.
I mean, I get it, but I like ketchup.
You guys are making Torry
Enough about
uncomfortable.
food. We're out of time.
Oh, we're out of time.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
out of time.
Oh God.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like always, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, because I messed up the first time. I didn't say YouTube. Yes, go to YouTube.
Well, no, you're watching this on YouTube.
Watch it. You know where to go. Subscribe, like, comment, share, favorite food.
Turn on notifications.
Yeah, turn
Are you
on.
guys just in
Yeah,
the profile
turn on
now?
turn on notifications. Like I said, you know who I am, Torry Burks, co-host,
Sydney Cunningham.
Peyton Marsh.
And Annabelle Morgan.
and we are outro.